Lily, a poor orphan girl of 16, has spent her whole life in a rundown orphanage at the edge of the city. Her clothes are tattered, and her face, though young, shows the wear of constant hard work. Her brown hair is unruly and often tied into a loose knot. Yet, her bright green eyes are filled with hope, a spark that refuses to die despite her hardships. One rainy day, Lily walks down the cobblestone street to fetch water from the well. She barely notices the older man walking toward her. He is tall, with silver hair that shines like moonlight, and piercing blue eyes that seem to see right through her. She stumbles over a stone, and before she can fall, he reaches out and steadies her with a gentle hand. "Careful there," he says with a warm yet mysterious smile. Lily looks up, feeling a sudden sense of safety. "Thank you," she says shyly, her voice barely a whisper. The man smiles again, his eyes twinkling. "You're welcome." Without another word, he walks away, disappearing into the misty rain. Lily watches him for a moment, curiosity gnawing at her. Days pass, but Lily can't stop thinking about the man she met. His kindness and the mystery around him linger in her thoughts. One morning, she encounters him again, this time sitting at a bench outside a small cafe, reading a book. His silver hair is neatly styled now, and he wears a fine suit, giving him an air of sophistication and wealth. Despite his expensive clothes, there is something humble about him. Lily, drawn to his calm presence, hesitates for a moment before deciding to walk past. As she approaches, he looks up, their eyes meeting for a brief second. He lowers his book, and with a warm smile, gestures to the empty seat beside him. "Care to join me?" She is taken aback, but, feeling inexplicably at ease, sits down. Their conversation is simple at first, but as they talk, Lily finds herself opening up to him about her life at the orphanage and her longing to escape. He listens intently, offering words of wisdom and comfort. "I think you'll find your way, Lily," he says, his voice deep but kind. Over the next few weeks, Lily and the old man, whose name is Samuel, continue meeting in secret. Their conversations deepen as they spend hours talking about life, dreams, and the challenges they both face. Samuel becomes a mentor to Lily, offering guidance on how to navigate the world beyond the orphanage. One afternoon, as they sit in the park, Samuel surprises her with a gift, a delicate bracelet made of silver and small blue gemstones that sparkle like stars. "For you," he says, "to remind you that you are worthy of beautiful things." Lily is speechless. She has never owned anything so precious. "I don't know what to say," she whispers, her fingers tracing the smooth silver. "Say nothing," Samuel replies with a soft smile. "Just know that you are deserving of happiness." Lily's curiosity about Samuel deepens when he invites her to visit his home. She's shocked when they arrive at an enormous mansion, its grandiose design far beyond anything she has ever seen. Samuel, always humble in his manner, leads her inside. The estate is breathtaking, expansive gardens, high ceilings, and exquisite artwork on every wall. "I never imagined anyone could live like this," Lily says, her voice a mixture of awe and disbelief. Samuel chuckles. "It's just a house, Lily. The people you meet, the connections you make, those are what matter most." As they walk through the lavish hallways, Samuel mentions his past life in business, but Lily can't help but wonder what else he is hiding. The contrast between his modest demeanor and this opulent world is confusing, yet strangely captivating. One evening, after a long day of conversation and laughter, Samuel and Lily sit together in the garden of his estate. The night is warm, and the stars above seem brighter than ever. Samuel looks at Lily, his expression more serious than usual. "Lily," he begins, his voice low and sincere. "I've spent my life building wealth and success, but it's never brought me the peace I thought it would. What matters now is the people I choose to share my time with." Lily's heart races. She can feel the intensity of his gaze. "What are you saying?" she asks, her voice barely above a whisper. "I'm saying that I care for you more than anyone I've ever met," Samuel confesses. "You've made me feel alive in a way I haven't felt in years." Lily's eyes widen as she processes his words. Her breath catches in her throat, and before she knows it, she leans forward, closing the distance between them. Their lips meet in a tender kiss, a moment that changes everything. Just as their relationship blossoms, danger begins to lurk in the shadows. Samuel's past business dealings come back to haunt him when a rival tycoon, determined to take him down, begins making threats. Samuel refuses to let it affect him, but Lily becomes worried for his safety. One evening, as they sit in Samuel's study, a dark figure appears at the door, an envelope with a cryptic message. Samuel opens it, his expression hardening as he reads the threatening words. "This is only the beginning," the letter says. Lily looks at Samuel with concern. "What do we do now?" "We fight back," Samuel replies, his voice firm, determined. "I'll protect you, Lily. Nothing will harm us." Samuel, with Lily by his side, begins planning their next steps. Despite the pressure from the rival tycoon, Samuel remains calm and collected, using his intelligence and connections to fight back. He arranges meetings with lawyers and security experts to ensure their safety. Lily helps in every way she can, using her newfound knowledge from Samuel's teachings. The more they work together, the closer they become. Their bond grows stronger, and soon, their feelings for each other deepen into something unspoken, a connection that neither can deny. One evening, Samuel pulls her aside. "I've never been more certain of anything in my life. You're the one I want, Lily." Lily looks into his eyes, feeling the same. "I want you too." The room is eerily silent except for the ticking of an old clock on the wall. The luxurious office, with its dark wooden paneling and sleek modern furniture, seems like a world apart from the conflict brewing within. Samuel stands tall, his silver hair catching the light as his piercing blue eyes lock with those of his adversary. Across from him stands the rival tycoon, a ruthless businessman who thrives on manipulation and intimidation. His sharp features are framed by a well-groomed black beard, and his dark eyes radiate coldness, his lips twisted into a sly grin. "You think you can keep your little charity going while I control this city, Samuel?" The tycoon sneers, his voice smooth, like venom spilling from his mouth. "You've made powerful enemies, and now I'm going to make you regret every decision that led you to this point." Samuel's expression remains calm, unfazed by the threat. He leans forward slightly, his voice cold and unwavering. "You'll never break me," he says, his words carrying weight. "I have something money can't buy: honor, love, and loyalty. And I'll fight for those, no matter the cost." The tycoon chuckles darkly, his hands resting on the polished desk as he leans in, eyes narrowing. "We'll see about that." Lily, hidden just outside the door, watches this tense exchange from the shadows. Her heart pounds as the confrontation unfolds, the weight of Samuel's words sinking in. She knows the battle Samuel is about to face is not just about business. It's about everything they've built together, and the very life she's come to cherish. Her hands tremble, a mixture of fear and admiration flooding her chest. Samuel's determination shines through in every word, every movement. Even in the face of danger, He doesn't flinch. The tycoon steps back, muttering under his breath. "This isn't over, Samuel. Mark my words." As the man storms out, the door slams shut with a finality that echoes through the room. Samuel stands motionless for a moment before turning to Lily. He meets her eyes, and for a brief second, they exchange a look of understanding. She sees the silent promise in his eyes, not just to her, but to everything he holds dear. The days that follow are filled with strategic moves and tense negotiations. Samuel, with the help of trusted allies, turns the tide. He uses his wealth not to fight fire with fire, but to uncover the corrupt dealings that the tycoon had been hiding for years. Legal battles ensue, and eventually the truth comes to light. The tycoon's empire is built on a foundation of lies and criminal activity. He's arrested, his influence crumbling like a house of cards. Lily watches the news unfold from the comfort of their estate, her hands trembling as she grips the edge of the armrest. The phone call from Samuel confirms what she already knows. The battle is won. The victory is theirs. Samuel's reputation remains intact, and the threat against him dissipates like mist under the warmth of the sun. Later that evening, they sit together in Samuel's study, the weight of the past weeks finally lifting. The tension that had gripped their lives is now gone. The room feels lighter, almost as if the air itself has cleared. Samuel, looking weary but content, turns to Lily. His lips curl into a small, triumphant smile. "We did it, Lily. Together," he says, his voice filled with relief. Lily, feeling a surge of pride and love for the man beside her, places her hand in his. "I'm glad I was by your side through it all," she responds, her voice thick with emotion. Her eyes well with tears, not from sorrow, but from the overwhelming joy and relief of knowing that they can finally breathe easy. She had always believed in Samuel, but seeing him stand so strong through it all made her realize just how much he had risked, not just for himself, but for them. Samuel leans back in his chair, his eyes softening as they meet hers. "I couldn't have done it without you, Lily. You're my strength." Her heart swells with love, and she leans over, resting her head against his shoulder. The two sit in comfortable silence, content in the knowledge that the storm has passed. With the danger behind them, Lily and Samuel begin to focus on their future. Their lives, once shadowed by uncertainty, are now filled with promise. They continue their charitable work, but now they do it with a renewed sense of purpose. Samuel, once a man driven solely by business, has found a new calling, helping others. And Lily, who once lived in the dark, finds joy in bringing light to others' lives. They visit orphanages, support families in need, and work tirelessly to build a better world. One evening, after a long day of helping others, the couple walks hand in hand through the lush garden of Samuel's estate. The setting sun casts a warm glow over everything, and the gentle breeze whispers through the trees. They stop by the pond, watching the ripples in the water. Samuel turns to Lily, his eyes soft and filled with affection. "I've spent my whole life looking for something, and I've finally found it. You, Lily." Her heart skips a beat. She knows, in that moment, that they have both found what they were searching for. The love they share, the life they've built. It's everything they've ever wanted. She smiles up at him, her green eyes sparkling. "I've found it too. My place is with you." And with that, the future feels full of endless possibilities. The world around them may change, but they have each other, and that is all they need. Years pass, and their love only grows stronger. Samuel and Lily's connection deepens as they share countless memories, adventures, and challenges. But Samuel knows there's one thing left to ask. The question that will forever change their lives. One evening, as they sit by a tranquil lake, the setting sun casting a golden hue over the water, Samuel takes Lily's hand. His heart races as he looks into her eyes, the same eyes that have held his heart from the very beginning. The air around them is still, and for a moment, everything is perfect. "Lily, will you marry me?" he asks, his voice filled with emotion as he pulls out a stunning diamond ring. The stone sparkles in the fading light, and Lily's breath catches in her throat. Her heart feels as though it's about to burst with joy. Tears well up in her eyes as she nods, her voice trembling with emotion. "Yes, Samuel. Yes." As the ring slips onto her finger, they share a kiss, sealing the promise of a future together. The world around them fades, leaving only the two of them in that perfect moment of love and devotion. The day they've both dreamed of has arrived, their wedding day. The estate is alive with beauty, guests gathered to witness the union of two souls destined to be together. Lily, radiant in her wedding gown, walks down the aisle, her heart overflowing with love and excitement. Her hair, styled in soft curls, frames her face perfectly as she gazes at Samuel standing at the altar. Samuel, in a sharp tuxedo, watches her approach, his silver hair gleaming under the sunlight. He can't take his eyes off her. She looks more beautiful than he ever imagined. His heart races, knowing this is the moment that will define the rest of their lives. When they exchange vows, their words are simple, but filled with meaning. They promise to stand by each other, to cherish every moment, to build a future together. As the ceremony ends, they share their first kiss as husband and wife. The crowd erupts in applause, and for a brief moment, Lily feels like she's in a dream. She never could have imagined a life this beautiful. And now, it's all coming true. With the wedding behind them and the weight of the past now lifted, Lily and Samuel embark on a new chapter in their lives, one filled with promise and excitement. Together, they make plans to travel the world, continuing their charitable efforts while experiencing the wonders of new places. Samuel's wealth has always been a tool for his success, but now it serves a higher purpose: to make a lasting difference in the lives of people who need it the most. Their first destination is a small village in Africa, where they plan to build a school for orphaned children. As the plane touches down in the dusty, sun-drenched land, Samuel and Lily are overwhelmed by the warmth of the community. Children run to greet them, their eyes filled with hope. The gratitude in their smiles makes everything worth it. Lily bends down to hug one of the young girls, her heart swelling with love. "Look at them, Samuel," Lily says softly, as they walk through the village, her hand tucked into his. "They have so little, yet their happiness is infectious. We can make a real difference here." Samuel nods, his silver hair glistening in the sunlight. "We're going to build something that lasts, Lily. Something that will give them the future they deserve." As they work alongside local artisans and builders, the foundation of the school takes shape. Every day is filled with laughter, hard work, and moments of quiet reflection. Together, they make the impossible seem possible. At night, under the starlit sky, they sit by a campfire, their hands intertwined as they talk about their dreams for the future. Samuel's voice is full of conviction as he speaks of the legacy they will leave, a legacy not of wealth, but of kindness and generosity. Lily looks up at him, her eyes glowing with admiration. "I've never been so proud of you, Samuel." "And I of you, Lily," he responds, his heart full. "We're not just building schools, we're building hope. Years have passed since their wedding, and Samuel and Lily have built not only a life of adventure, but also a home filled with love. Their days are spent helping those in need, traveling the world, and creating lasting change. But there is one thing they both yearn for: a family of their own. Though their lives are filled with work, charity, and the joys of each other's company, the empty space in their hearts remains, one that only the laughter of children can fill. After much thought, they decide to adopt. They visit orphanages in multiple countries, searching for the children who need them the most. Their hearts are filled with hope, and as they meet each child, they see the spark of potential, the longing for a family, and the desire to belong. One day, while visiting a small orphanage in a distant city, Lily meets a young girl named Mia. With dark hair and shy eyes, Mia looks at Lily as if she's afraid to hope for anything more than the life she has known. But when Lily kneels down to her level, the little girl shyly places her hand in hers, and a bond is forged in that moment. Samuel watches the exchange from across the room, his heart swelling with love for Lily and the child she's already falling in love with. "We've found her, haven't we?" he asks, walking over to Lily's side. Lily nods, tears welling in her eyes. "Yes, Samuel. She's perfect." Over the next few months, Mia settles into their home. She brings with her a quiet joy, an innocence that reminds them of what really matters. Lily and Samuel begin to realize that their family is not just the people they help, but the children they adopt. They fill their home with laughter and love, and in every moment, they are reminded of the beauty of family, of what it means to choose love over all else. One evening, as they sit at the dinner table, Mia giggles as she tells a story about her day at school. Samuel looks at Lily with a smile, his silver hair reflecting the soft light from the chandelier above. "We've built something beautiful, haven't we?" he says, his voice filled with pride. Lily, her eyes brimming with happiness, smiles back. "Yes, Samuel, it's just the beginning." And together, they know their family is complete. Years pass, and the world Samuel and Lily have built together continues to flourish. Their work in charity grows, and they leave a legacy that not only changes lives, but reshapes entire communities. With each passing year, their bond deepens, and their love grows even stronger. Samuel and Lily find themselves at the heart of their community, known for their generosity and unwavering commitment to those in need. But despite their accomplishments, the most precious thing they've built is the love they share. In their home, which has become a sanctuary for their children, they find peace and joy in the little moments, whether it's a quiet evening at home, a family celebration, or simply watching the sunset together. One evening, as they sit in their lush garden, the sky painted with hues of pink and orange, Samuel looks at Lily. His heart, though worn with years of work, is still full of the love he feels for her. "We've been through so much together, haven't we?" he says softly, his silver hair catching the light of the setting sun. Lily smiles, resting her head on his shoulder. "We have, and we've come so far." They sit in silence for a while, watching the world around them. Their children are running through the yard, laughter filling the air as they chase each other, and for a moment, it feels like the world has slowed down, just for them. Samuel and Lily are at peace, knowing that everything they've worked for, everything they've built, has led them to this moment. As the sun dips below the horizon, Samuel turns to Lily and takes her hand in his. "This is just the beginning, isn't it?" Lily looks up at him, her green eyes full of love and admiration. "Yes," Samuel. This is just the beginning. And as they sit together, hand in hand, the future is filled with endless possibilities. Together, they have created a life full of love, adventure, and purpose, a life they will share with the world for years to come.